There's a moment, maybe you've already had it, when you get tired of doing things simply because you've always done them. Not because your life is bad, not because you don't love your family. You just start asking different questions. Is this really what I want? Why am I still trying so hard to make everyone happy? When did I become so comfortable putting myself last? And the biggest one, what would my life look like if I started choosing myself too? If you're over 40, you've lived enough to know things don't always go according to plan. Dreams changed, relationships changed, friendships disappeared. And somewhere in between remembering everyone else's needs, you may have forgotten to ask what you needed. Here's the good part. You can ask that question now. You can start again now. So today, 7 things women over 40 should stop doing. Not rules, just the things you've lived enough to know aren't worth carrying anymore. If one of these lands, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you grew.
Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Have you ever said no and immediately felt the need to explain why? No, I can't come because I'd love to, but I hope you don't think I'm being difficult. Someone being disappointed doesn't mean you did something wrong. Read that again. Someone can be disappointed in your decision, and your decision can still be right for you. You don't have to attend every event. You don't have to defend a choice just because someone else would have made a different one. There's freedom in saying, that doesn't work for me, and leaving it there.
No 10-minute explanation, no apology. Try this. Next time you feel the explaining reflex kick in, pause and say only one sentence. Not 0, just 1. It trains the habit without feeling abrupt. The older you get, the more your time is worth. Eventually, you learn peace is worth more than being understood. Stop comparing your life to someone else's. Comparison has never been easier. 5 minutes on your phone and you've seen someone else's house, wedding, body, career, family photo, and suddenly you're asking, am I behind? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just looking at 2 different stories. You don't know what happened before that photo, or what it cost. Maybe you didn't buy your first home at 30. Maybe you're changing careers at 45. Maybe you're starting a business at 48. Maybe you're rebuilding financially after you didn't see coming. Maybe you're single when you thought you'd be married by now. Maybe you're married, but quietly rediscovering who you are outside of that role. Maybe you spent years caring for someone else instead of chasing your own timeline. None of that is falling behind. It's just a different road. And here's the thing about comparison. It never actually shows you the whole picture. You see the vacation, not the argument that happened the night before it. You see the new house, not the years of stress that paid for it. You see the after, never the messy, uncertain during. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The course, the trip, the book, the healthier lifestyle. I'll do it when things settle down. But things never completely settle down. There's always another bill, another responsibility, another reason to wait, until you convince yourself you never really wanted it. You don't need to transform your life tomorrow. Start smaller. 30 minutes. 1 page. 1 phone call. 1 savings deposit. That's how change actually happens. Not with a dramatic decision, but at the kitchen table, after everyone's asleep, opening your laptop and saying, "I'm going to try." Nobody else has to know that moment happened. You'll know, because that's the moment you stopped waiting. If you're enjoying this, subscribe to Her Voice, Her Way, a space for women navigating life after 40 with more intention, confidence, and honesty. And if you know a woman who needs to hear this today, send it to her. Stop making yourself the last priority. You know what everyone likes to eat, when their appointments are, whose birthday is coming. You could walk through your house and name 10 things that need doing. But when did you last ask what you need? Rest without guilt? Something just because you enjoyed it? Investing in yourself doesn't have to mean spending money. It can mean sleep, a walk, a phone call to a friend, 20 quiet minutes without solving anyone else's problem. Taking care of yourself isn't abandoning the people you love. It's remembering you're one of them too. Stop spending money to prove something. The clothes, the phone, the house, the holidays, the pressure to look like you've made it by a certain age. Try asking, instead of, "How will this make me look?" "How will this affect my future?" Maybe you can afford something, but do you actually want it? Or do you want what it signals? What that looks like in practice. Before a purchase over a certain amount, wait 48 hours. If you still want it, get it. Know 3 numbers: what's in your account, what you owe, what you spend in an average month. That's the whole foundation. You don't need more than that to start. Redirect even a small amount, $50, $100 a month, into savings or debt before it hits your everyday spending. Automating it removes the willpower problem entirely. Real financial confidence is quiet. It's knowing your numbers and making decisions your future self will thank you for. You don't have to look rich. You can just get secure. Stop believing that getting older makes you invisible. Somewhere along the way, women get a strange message. 20s for experimenting, 30s for settling down, 40s for quietly fading into the background. No, absolutely not. You're allowed to be visible, allowed to wear the clothes you love, change your hairstyle, take photographs of yourself and actually like them, travel alone, learn something completely new just because it interests you, laugh loudly in public, go dancing, fall in love again, or for the first time in a long time, build a business from nothing, become stronger than you've ever been, be ambitious without apologizing for it. Maybe beauty after 40 isn't about looking younger, it's about looking like yourself, but with more confidence than you had at 25. You don't need to dress like you're 25. You don't need to behave like it either. You simply need to stop believing your best years. Stop postponing the woman you want to become. One day I'll travel. One day I'll start the business. One day I'll finally take care of myself. But one day isn't on the calendar. Today is. So instead of asking, when will I become her? Ask, what would she do today? Would she save a little money? Say no. Take the walk. Make the appointment. Have the hard conversation. You don't become her overnight. You become her through 1,000 small decisions. One boundary, one habit, one conversation at a time. Maybe getting older isn't about having all the... What actually matters to me? What am I willing to let go of?
What do I want the next 10 years to feel like? Who am I when I'm not busy being everything for everyone else? You don't have to answer all of these today. Just start with one. Getting older isn't about losing the woman you once were. It's about finally having enough life experience to decide which parts of her to keep and which to leave behind. You're allowed to change, allowed to want more or less, allowed to begin again, allowed to protect your peace, allowed to be seen, allowed to take up space. Your life isn't over. It's not too late. You haven't missed your only opportunity. You are still becoming, and this time, you get to choose who. If something here spoke to you, tell me in the comments, what's one thing you're ready to stop doing? Comparing yourself? Saying yes when you mean no? Putting yourself last? Waiting? Whatever it is, write it down. Saying it out loud is the first step toward changing it. If this reminded you of a woman in your life, share it with her. And if you want more on life, confidence, money, and becoming the woman you want to be after 40, subscribe to Her Voice, Her Way. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about finally giving yourself permission to become more fully yourself. Your voice, your choices, your way. Her voice, her way. A life of your own on your terms.